Hi Collective, my name is Aruna from All Change by the Minute Video. Time again. No, I didn't go MIA on you. Not on myself, not on anyone, okay? Yeah, there are real people here who needs help. And then you are here also, okay? Yeah. And then also me, of course. That's why. Staying in balance, learning more, progressing more, okay? Yeah, that's my normal day. Normal day, okay? Yeah. It's not a routine anymore, I heard, okay? First card, okay? Oh, and my spirit team told me to grab this tarot deck, okay? What is it? Phantom Wise Tarot. So I grabbed it. I got to see it in my dreams, okay? Yeah. See, that's why. Visions, okay? Visions. The Hermit. First card. Hermit mode means... See, that's also progressing. Yeah. And that is also learning. Sitting, okay? And learning more and more about who you are. Again, from the inside out, okay? Yeah. Just like a Buddha, okay? Look at the person who's sitting, okay? Just like a Buddha, okay? Yeah. Buddha-wise. I'm hearing Buddha-wise. And then there is that lantern, okay? Above the head. That light bulb moment. Look. And the trees don't have the leaves. I'm sorry I'm laughing, but it was rhyming, okay? Yeah, it rhymed, yeah. I heard poetic justice. Poetic justice, okay? Yeah, that is what I heard. But the lantern, stay, okay? Stay with me. The lantern is there above your head. It was already there. The light was already there, okay? And when you are planting your seeds, while you are learning in that dark mode, actually in that solitude mode, in that hermit mode, people will say they have you. Oh, I heard one word, okay, before going into this reading, douchebag, yeah. Leave those kind of people alone, okay, yeah. They're nasty, they're unpleasant, they're smelling. Yeah, justice, I heard, okay, yeah, justice will come in your world. Justice will always come, even though people are not knowing that, okay, justice will always come. Yeah, and again, the scales must be balanced. And when it's balanced, that's justice, okay? Again, that world, I did a reading about that, okay? The world is turning upside down, okay? And you needed to go into hermit mode until that light bulb moment came, because the light was already within you, okay? Every time when we have a negative thought, okay, transmute it, try to transmute it into something positive, into something beautiful, even going for a walk. And even though the thoughts will come in, okay, but remind yourself that most of the thought that we are having is not even ours. And if it is ours, okay, it has been put in your mind by yourself, okay? Most of the time, a lot of the time, okay, yeah. So being in hermit mode is good, because then you are able to contemplate who you are. Then you are able to sit in that stealth mode, just like the Buddha, okay? And floating above the ground. Then you are fully in your meditation mode. Then, only then, okay? But before that, we need to learn who we are. And maybe not even right away what we came to do on this planet, but we need to heal ourselves. We need to heal ourselves. The 9 of Cups, okay? And filling our own cup. Festive, I heard. See, festivity. Every time when you've learned something, you graduated, festivity, okay? Festivity, yeah. Drink, fill your own cup, okay? Until in that hermit mode, you will fill your own cup. Salute, I heard, salute. Salute, salute, okay? Ching ching. I heard also, oh my God, a lot of languages. I needed to go to look at this. Okay, 7 of Cups, okay? Oh my God. a life. What this gives me, okay, a life that needs to be prioritized. And prioritizing means, even though you can do it in your head, okay, don't get focused on a lot of things at the same time, because then the focus will not be on the thing that is prior on your to-do list, okay? Number one, what you need to learn. So there are too many options and which one to choose. We're not talking about people, we're talking about your own life, okay? Yeah. And people will think always in options, oh my God, that woman, that man, because she or he is looking fine. Yeah, a lot of options. No, that is not it, because they are not knowing themselves, okay? People are not knowing themselves. And most people in my surrounding, okay, not most, yeah, they're not knowing themselves. And that's why hermit mode, hermit time, okay, hermit time. And that means also prioritizing the things that we need to learn first. Even though we have to type it down, write it down, okay, yeah, and memorize it maybe in your head. I want to speak Dutch, my language over here in Holland, but I wanted to say I prioritize in my head, because that is something I already did. Because being a Virgo, okay, it's always mental. It's a busyness in my head, okay, but now it's balanced, yeah. At first, it wasn't balanced. Yeah. And then God will come. The universe will come, whatever you may believe in, okay? And you know what I believe in. So the options will come in. And that's why we need to prioritize everything and anything and anyone in our lives, okay? Yeah. If it's important to keep that thought, if it's important to keep that person in our lives, okay? Yeah. Most of the time when you are being in hermit mode, God puts you there, the universe puts you there to contemplate about your life, to think, okay? Be in that thinking mode, yeah, and training your mind. What is good for you, what is pleasant for you, and not dealing with a douchebag in your life, okay, yeah. Douchebag, okay, yeah. So the 7 of Cups, a lot of options, prioritize the options, okay, yeah. Oh my God, this deck making noise in the mic. So you need to progress. You need to learn, okay, who you are. The Tower, yeah. Otherwise, or it already fell down, okay, the Tower will come, okay. And the Tower means, and people will think, because of the change, what is coming in their life, I don't want to change. I just need my comfort. I just need to see it. Oh my God. I want to say 2 words in 1 word, okay? Yeah, chill and relax. Chill and relax on the couch. Again, watching Netflix, watching telly, doing nothing with your life, okay? And then what? God is reminding you, the universe is reminding you to be in movement, okay? And movement means change. Change means, yeah, and also inevitable in our lives, okay? And again, even though we don't want to change, but it will come. It will come. And it's a choice, okay? It is also a choice. But a change by God, by the universe, is already there, being pushed, getting the opportunities. But most of the time, people are not listening to their intuition, just going on with the life in the 3D. I heard modern day lives. Oh my God. Modern day lives, okay? Okay, I need to type that one down. Yeah, that means living there. I heard in the present moment. Yeah, maybe too much in the present moment, in non-reality. Yeah, not there are no facts, okay? That's physical facts. That's physical truth. And the only truth that there is your soul, is God, is the universe, okay? You need to be in alignment with yourself. All the chakras, okay? Healing the heart chakra, whoa. Healing the crown chakra, yeah, because the heart and the mind needs to be in balance, okay? Yeah. And how to be in balance is really listening to our intuition. I heard a high priest, okay? Yeah. A high priest. That means listening to that intuition. But before that, the Tower will come in to remember you. Yeah. All things starts with hitting rock bottom. Yeah. Yeah, all the good things, okay? And we will think with our small-minded head that, oh my God, another tower and another, and not maybe in towers, but in things that are happening, negative things, okay? And those negative things in your mind will be grander, okay, than the intuition that you needed to listen to, okay? Yeah. So the tower will come in for God and the universe for you to remind yourself that we need to move. We need to change. We need to be in movement. Okay. Yeah. Always circling around. Okay. Yeah. The douchebags. I'm hearing again. Okay. The douchebag will circle around you. Okay. Very unpleasant people around you. Okay. Very unpleasant people. Focus needs to be on yourself. Otherwise, the temptation, okay? Yeah, I heard drugs. Oh my God. Maybe for someone, okay? The temptation of drugs, the temptation of people, you letting people, douchebags, in your life, okay? In your surrounding. No. When we are focusing ourselves and when God is putting us in hermit mode without knowing it, yeah, that's the universe coming into action for you. That's God coming into action for you because the universe wants you to be in movement. Just like the planets are again, okay? And when we are not moving, yeah, we can move physically, non-reality, yeah, non-action I'm hearing. No, we don't want that. We want only action, okay? Yeah. I would action figures, yeah. You need to be that action figure, okay? Yeah, superhero, I heard. Superhero, just like Batman, okay? Superman, yeah. You need to be your own superhero in your own life, okay? Yeah, in your own life, okay? And from that, being in the hermit mode, you pushing yourself more and more and more each day and training your mind. And even though you will think that you are the one who is doing that by logic, okay? By logic, no. God is already pushing you in your back. Please, God is pushing you. The universe is pushing you. Go in the direction that you need to be in. Heal thyself, I'm hearing. Yeah, heal thyself, okay? Otherwise, you will not be reuniting with yourself, with the universe, with God, okay? Yeah. For some people, I heard God is not even important. Then their life isn't important, okay, for them. Because God is the one who is reuniting you with yourself. God is the one who is reuniting you with God, okay? Being one with yourself, oneness. Yeah, holiness, I'm hearing. Mother Nature, okay? Spirit, those are the words I'm hearing, yeah. Spirit, Mother Nature, yeah. Being one with your own identity, your only true identity, even though you're not that far ahead. But when we are pushing ourselves without the knowledge, okay, without the knowledge, yeah, without the knowledge, being in that hermit mode, okay, and getting that light bulb moment that you're never alone. Yeah, that's what I got. You're never alone. You're not walking alone, okay? Again, side by side, sun, I heard. The sun card, I didn't get out of the tarot card. Maybe it will come. Maybe not, but the sun, okay? And the sun is about the truth. The sun is about illumination. The sun should be you. The sun is about the warmth and not feeling cold because of the douchebags in your life. Or it was. Again, readings are timeless, okay? It's all about the energy, okay? It can be resonating now. It can be resonating in a year, okay? Yeah. So the tower will come in. You hitting rock bottom. Yes, I know it, okay? Because again, I have gone through it. Not only one time, but that was my hitting rock bottom, okay? And it's not, in my case, it's not about hitting rock bottom and not learning. I learned, okay? Because in my mind, there was always, I heard, the bigger scheme, okay? Yeah, and the scheme is God and the universe for you, okay? For you. And not all the children on the planet, okay? I'm not talking about age. No, everyone on this planet, okay? Every single person on this planet, everyone, children, okay? Yeah, I heard again, children of the corn, just like they were the children of the corn, okay? And they were being used, yeah, until they woke up, yeah. I'm not knowing the whole movie again anymore, but I know they woke up, okay? Yes, a lot of children went dying, okay? But then the stronger ones, okay, survived. Yeah, being in survival mode. That's what I heard. Earn the stripes, I'm hearing. Earn the stripes. And earning the stripes, you learning your lessons, okay? You healing yourselves. Yeah. And God will see, and the universe will see that you are making changes in your life, okay? And because of that, you will get the reward. And we are not waiting for a reward, especially when we are not knowing it, okay? But the ones who are not knowing it, there will be rewards. And again, we don't act on having those rewards. But look at children, okay? The children, just like my child, as he was little, okay? Every single time without his knowledge, okay? Because I wouldn't tell him. But in my case, hugs and kisses, okay? Rewards, yeah. And then that child will be so grateful. This is how you will raise a child, okay? You don't have to give gift, okay? A gift is also a hug. A gift is also a kiss, okay? And gift is also saying, I love you, okay? That's the most grandest gift of this planet, okay? For you to say to someone, I love you, yeah. With all of your heart, even though it's broken, okay? But a person will know that you are meaning it, okay? That you are meaning it from the bottom of your heart, okay? It's not a bottomless pit, I'm hearing. No, it's not. Your heart, it's not a bottomless pit, okay? It never was and it will never be, but it is a choice. What are we choosing? To stay in the darkness or illuminate just like the sun, okay? And being happy and having the peace and having freedom in our life. And even though it's not the freedom on such a high level, okay? No, we're not talking always about getting such a high level. It's always about the healing. It's about the process and you progressing while being in the process of progressing, yeah. Yeah. So the tower will come in, okay? Yeah. And I saw the clock on the tower. So, and that gifted me divine timing, okay? Divine timing. This is divine timing. Perfect timing. Everything in our lives, okay, is always perfect timing. It's always divine intervention. It's always divine timing. So everything what is happening, also maybe healing, not maybe, healing, it's divine intervention. Believing it or not believing it, okay? Without, again, the belief or the hope or the knowledge, the knowing, thereby the knowing, okay? Most people are not knowing that they are healing themselves, okay? And that they are already a spiritual being. And not all spiritual beings needs to be awakened fully in this lifetime, okay? But knowing that the healing needs to be done. And I know the system of God, okay? I know the system of the universe. Because when we are being put in hermit mode, even though you are thinking with the logic, with your ego, okay, ego brand, I'm hearing, oh my God, ego brand, branded by ego. Because that is what our mind is telling us, okay? Your mind is tricking you. Yeah, I heard it's a tricky business. The mind, whoa, yeah, 19 minutes. The mind is a tricky business, I heard, yeah. Again, without you even knowing that you are putting yourself in negative thoughts, in a negative mind, and maybe you knowing it, okay, but not knowing how to come out of it because the negativity is taking over more than the positivity. And that is also by choice here in our mind, okay? And again, it is a training, being in training mode. And when God, the universe, is putting you in hermit mode, it is to contemplate, because a broken heart, a broken mind needs to be healed, okay? Yeah. Yeah. So the tower will come in, and that is the divine timing, okay? Divine intervention more. Yeah. For heal. Love. I heard love, okay? Yeah, love. Okay, for you to love yourself first before connecting. And that word I saw, okay? Connect more with yourself, with your true nature. And then you can connect with others, with not the douchebags, okay, in your life, but those people need to be going, okay? They need to be leaving your life, and leave that up. Even though you're not having hope anymore, you're not having the faith anymore, God is always there. The universe is always there, okay? So you need to be there for your own sake, because it is your life, not someone else's. The Nine of Swords. Oh my God. Yeah. Sleepless nights. Being stabbed in the back. Not only one time, but a lot of times. Being deceived. Not only by yourself, but also by the society, okay? By your surrounding, by your environment. Yeah. People can say that they are believing in you, okay? And that's why it is important to be in that high priestess mode. High priest, okay? It doesn't matter. It's all about energy. And that means listening to your intuition, even though it's gut feeling, okay? Most of the time, people are feeling that gut feeling and not coming into action with that feeling. And they are doing the opposite thing. Yes, that's what I got. The opposite, okay? Yeah. I heard opposite attracts, okay? Yeah. But then in a good way. I got it in a good way, okay? Yeah, in a good way. Because most of the time, okay, what I'm getting, when we are in that energy, when you are being in that energy of thinking, just being negative and being, actually also being bitter about not able to make yourself adaptable to your heart and your mind. Thank you, God. Yeah. Because again, this is your life, and that life is important, okay? Because you are the VIP, you are that superhero. Are villain, even though you need to be a villain in your own life because of all those people. Just remind yourself never to take revenge in your life, okay? No. Just by going in hermit mode, that is your revenge, okay? Just by you changing your beliefs, that is your revenge, okay? And you will see, just like the sun, okay, now I'm getting it. Just like the sun will illuminate, will reveal. Time will reveal itself. The truth will reveal itself without doing anything in your life, but to heal yourself and coming into action, of course. Not saying just there in comfort. No. And being passive, that is not what I mean, okay? No. We need to come into action. We need to be willing. Yeah, we need to be promising ourselves, you in this case, that you will promise yourself that you will heal yourself. It doesn't matter how long it will take. This whole project of healing, of processing, of learning, because it's also learning, okay? It's also about God, the universe testing you. Are you worthy enough? Are you saying for yourself that you are worthy enough to heal yourself? Okay? Are you having the faith? Are you having the hope? Are you believing in yourself? And even though those words are of God, a godly one, okay? Yeah. But when you are not giving up on yourself, okay, never give up on yourself. Even though people will give up on you, but you know. Remind yourself never to give up, okay? Never to give up. Never give up, never give up, never give up. That's a song. I'm not sure which one anymore, okay? Because the Nine of Swords, well, yeah. It's deceiving, it's cheating, is lying, is... What had I heard? Demortifying. Is that a word? I'm not knowing what it is. Demortifying, demortifying, mortifying, dying. So, okay, I need to look it up. Okay, yeah. Okay, demortifying. I'm not sure if that's a word. Okay. Whoa. I'm not sure, but that's what I heard. Sometimes spirit team will say something to me and I need to unravel it, okay? Demortifying and mort is about murder, okay? Yeah. Okay, I'm getting it. Yeah, you were buried, okay? In the negative thoughts and a lot of darkness. And actually, we are murdering our soul. And that is what I'm getting, okay? D is about undoing it, okay? Yeah. Mortifying. Is that a word? Oh, maybe not in your dictionary, but I Googled it and I couldn't find it, okay? Demortifying. Oh my God. Yeah. Maybe I didn't type it right. But demortifying. Yeah. It's not about unaliving, but living, okay? Just feeling the freedom, the peace that you are alive again. Feeling, the happiness, okay? Again in your life. Instead of, filling your own cup over and over and over again, okay? Until it's overflowing, okay? With water, because you have done your work, okay? What God asked. What the universe asked from you, okay, yeah. While being in that hermit mode, while getting that tower, moment, and maybe more, not maybe. Through our whole lives, we'll get a lot of tower moments, okay? And that is God, that is the universe in their way of sharing, that you need to learn something. Out of something, okay? Out of people, yeah? And waking up to that belief, to that intuition, and being in alignment with your true identity. Yeah. And that means healing, okay? That means healing. The Eight of Pentacles, working. Yeah. A lot of working, okay? Yeah. Going, growing. I heard going and growing because the Ten of Swords, a little bit, Ten of Swords. Why did I say the Ten of Swords? See, that will come in, the Ten of Swords. And the 10 is about, it will hurt again like hell. The Nine of Swords, not sleeping, okay, enough. But it will stop. It will stop. I can promise you, as long as you are keep pushing yourself, it will stop. And then the Ten of Swords will come in. And then the Sun will come in about the truth, about the true nature of who you are. And about the true nature of those douchebags in your life, okay? Because they are unworthy of you. They were making you an unworthy person. Thank you, God. Thank you, God, for sharing. Not thank you, God, that I needed to say this, but thank you, God, for sharing, Sometimes, not sometimes, all of the times, we need to be remembered who we are, okay? Remembering who you are. And remembering means also a lot of work while being in that hermit mode, okay? Eight of Pentacles, okay? And Pentacles, yes, it can be also money-wise, but most of the time, okay, it is your stability. It is your foundation. It is who you are from the inside out, okay? Again, slow and steady will always win the race because, again, going within in your mind, okay? And everything what is built slow, that will stand firm, okay? Solid as a rock. Again, a promise. Solid as a rock. You will be made solid as a rock, But we need to believe in ourselves, okay? Again, while being in hermit mode, learning, processing, contemplating, and thereby also knowing, I heard scheme again, because again, it's God's scheme, okay? It's God's plan, it's the universe plan, okay? They are working with you day and night, okay? Day and night, they are here. So you are never alone. You are not walking alone, even though you have your children, just like I have my child, okay? But sometimes I felt alone back then, because he, in this case, didn't have the age of communicating in the way that he can now with me, okay? Yeah. And not knowing that God was there already for me, okay? Yeah. But being saved by the bell every single time. And that's why being put in hermit mode to contemplate, to remember your life, to remember your life, to remember the promise that you made. And the promise that you made, okay, is to heal yourself and going to the truth. Yeah, the one and only truth. And again, you don't have to go that far ahead, okay? But the healing and the balance, okay, getting back to basic, yeah. That needs to be done, okay? It needs to be done, because there are a lot of spiritual people who are not awakening this life, okay? Yeah. A lot of spiritual people, yeah, they are not getting their awakening. And what I got, okay, you will see that a lot of people are saying that they are spiritual. Yeah, okay, that can be. But then there are the people who are leveling up with God, okay? And they are the ones who are here to teach the people, for them to heal and balance themselves, okay? Because it is important. When we are not loving ourselves, because you're not prioritizing yourself, okay? That is your number one, okay? Priority. You loving yourself. Thank you, God. You number one priority, okay? That needs to be on the list above. Number one, loving myself. Loving yourself, yeah. And then your broken heart, yeah, will be healed. Not right away, because that heart will ache. It was already aching, okay? But then blocking every energy of not wanting to heal, okay? Yeah. And also not knowing, okay? Because it's the knowing, it's the conscious mind. Because again, when people are working with that unconscious mind, it is about not knowing, okay? Not knowing about that conscious mind. And about the conscious mind needs, that mind and the heart needs to be in balance, okay? And when that is in balance, you are, okay, learning the basics. Yeah, learning the basics. When you're knowing your conscious mind, even though it's lesson learned number one, okay, yeah? And knowing, oh my God, that was my conscious mind? Was that my conscious mind talking to me? Yeah. It's not an illusion, I heard. It's not an illusion, your conscious mind, okay? Because when we are not working with our conscious mind, how can you go to your subconscious mind? Because in your subconscious mind there's everything what we need to learn, what we need to let go of, okay, yeah. And one of the things is letting go of control, because there cannot be control. Yeah, you can take control over your life, but control needs to be there with the universe, with God, okay? Because again, they are the ones, your whole spirit team, knowing it or not knowing it, they are the ones who are helping you. They are the ones who are helping you to find yourself. Not to find yourself, but find your soul, maybe, okay? But if you want to do that, but want to create a life that's worthy, and you will be thinking that is worthy of my heart, of my mind, yeah. And also of your soul, okay, of your soul, because, ooh, I'm telling the truth, my nose is itching. Yeah. When I said soul, oh my God, yeah, it itched. That's a sign. It is itching. Yeah. Even though people are not believing in a soul, even though most of the people heard about that word soul, but most of the people, again, here in my life, in real life, not in my real life, but the people around me, okay, not knowing about their soul, okay, yeah. Yes, I heard about that, but they don't know the deeper understanding. Swimming, swimming, swimming. Ooh, this one, the wheel of fortune. See, you are turning that wheel. You are turning that wheel. Grand happening, I'm hearing. Grand festivity. Yes, see, those are the people in your spirit team who are applauding for you. Yeah, this is the grand scheme. I'm laughing because it's funny. Okay, in my head it is funny. Okay, yeah. The wheel of fortune, you are turning that wheel of fortune and not staying in the loophole of the darkness, of the negativity, in the illusion, what people are giving us, okay? Because the illusion is about, I heard the Gentiles. Yes, Gentiles, okay? Nasty people, the douchebags. That's a nice word, actually. Douchebag. I'm not sure which spirit gifted me, but douchebag, okay, yeah. Those douchebags needs to go. Yeah. And you are turning that wheel because you want change. You are willing to change. You want proof, Amiri. Proof will come. Reward will come, okay? As long as you are pushing yourself while being in that hermit mode. This. Until you will have that revelation, okay? That light bulb moment. Oh my God, what did I do with my life? I was sleeping. You were sleeping. You were snoozing again your whole life, okay? Yeah. You were snoozing. You were snoozing. Yeah. Your way, okay? Out, okay? Yeah. Snoozing your whole life. Yeah, I know it's not funny, but yeah. When I get awards, okay, that is funny. Yeah. But learning, processing, okay? Yeah. And getting the grip, getting the basics, learning the foundation, okay? Just like the first foundation will come from a building, okay? First foundation, okay? And again, another layer and another layer and another layer until business is done. That's what I heard. Business is done. Maybe for real, okay? With someone, I'm not sure. Business is business. With not with douchebags. I'm sorry. I'm laughing, okay? Not with douchebags. You don't want to be in business with douchebags, okay? Maybe a real business, okay? Yeah. But normally what I'm talking about, what God is gifting me at this moment, okay, what I'm guessing, it is, yeah, your foundation, just like the Eight of Pentacles, okay? You working, okay? And you are working on your craftsmanship. Yeah, that's a word, right? Yeah. Craftsmanship. I'm not sure anymore. All the words. Yeah, craft, okay? You working on that craft. And maybe that is your business. Whoa, maybe that's your business, okay? Working on a craft. And you will understand that business. Okay? Yeah. Turning wheel on that wheel more and more and more until it is turning and faster and faster and faster. Okay? Yeah. Again, slow and steady will win the race. Okay? Always. Because when we are being hasty, when we are building our life on a hasty business, okay, it will crumble down. And that is the tower. This is not what you want in your heart and mind, okay? Yeah. Yeah, at one point, when we are not making the right choices, yeah, deviling, yeah. Yeah, I heard. More promises. But keep your promise to God, okay? Keep your promise to yourself. Even though you're not believing in God, you know I do, you know I do, you know I do, okay? I do, God. Yeah. So a tower moment needs to come in, okay, yeah. And it's the 16th card, okay, and that means 7 together, calculated, okay. And 7 is a very highly spiritual number, okay, yeah. Yeah, see 777 and jackpot, okay, jackpot, yeah. You'll create that for yourself. Maybe not right away, every time, okay, every time, every single time. When you are working on yourself, you don't have to be proving yourself to people, okay? You need to prove yourself to yourself and towards God. And this is how you will build a holy life, I'm hearing, yeah. A holy life, okay? More and more grip you will get in your life. There are a lot of people, okay, who are not believing in God. There are a lot of people who are even not believing in the universe, even though that is tangible. That is tangible, okay? Yeah. That is what we can see with our blinded eyes, okay? We know, even though we are closing our eyes, we know that the universe is there. So why not God? Whoa. Ah. Oh my God. So why not God? Yeah. Yeah. So why not God? Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm totally in that moment, okay, yeah. And people are cursing me, okay, I'm bit on my cheek. Yeah, in my mouth. Yeah, the 2 of Swords, see? Cutting off the bullshit, the drama, the people, the douchebags, okay, cutting. Again, this is blinded. You are being blinded by the truth of the physical realm, okay? That is only a lie. That is only an illusion, okay? And you don't want to be living in an illusion, okay? No. Again, even though you're not believing in God, we do, okay? We do, because God is the one, yeah. God made that promise also towards you, to help you, to guide you, and gifting you free will. And that free will cannot help you, okay? Sometimes it can, but it will not help you to go to God, okay? It will not help you to go to the universe. It will not help you to go to the angels. It will not help you, not help you, not help you. Yeah. And maybe with our logic mind, okay, you will think, oh my God, yes, I'm learning, I'm growing. And without even your knowledge, you are, okay? You are. But that is because of God. That is because of your whole team, okay? Your whole team. Your whole team. Again, when we are working with the unconscious mind, nothing is real. Yeah. Nothing is real in spirituality. Nothing is real with God. Nothing, okay? There's a whole lot of nothingness. It's dark. Yeah. It's an illusion. That's why it's a tricky business. It is a tricky business, okay? Yeah. I need to work. Yeah, look something up, okay? Yeah. Yeah. Because, yeah, I'm back, okay? God can clean you. Yeah, that is what I got. God can clean you. But we need to believe in ourselves, okay? That's why I heard that word defile, okay? Defile, see? Defiled, yeah. Unclean, business. Polluted, business, okay? Yeah. Mind your own business while being in that hermit mode. Yeah. Grant yourself, okay, to pull on that wheel of fortune. Yeah. I'm sorry, burping. To having movement in your life. This is movement. If movement is good. Movement means no comfort anymore. Not right away, at least. Because that is the healing, the balance, and that is what we need to do in our lives, okay? That is the truth, and nothing else than the truth. We need to learn. We need to upgrade ourselves. We need to level ourselves. We need to evolve. We need to, yeah, everything. You know what? You know what? And in Two of Swords, no more blind, even though, okay, when we are having the Two of Swords, okay, yeah, I heard Lady Justice cutting the bullshit, the drama, okay, and we need to be in balance, okay, yeah. Look at this, okay, being the X Factor. Look at me, okay, not listening, but look, the X Factor, yeah, 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 dispatching, okay, a patch. Yeah, bandage. Oh, yeah. Bondage. Yeah, yeah. Pulling that. Yeah, the patch. Okay. Yeah, pulling it right away. Okay. Yeah. Cold turkey. See. Yeah. Just like you will stop with drinking. Just like you will stop with smoking marijuana. I heard. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah. I know a lot of people in my surrounding did, okay, yeah, but most of them are dead, okay, yeah, yeah, because they didn't do anything about their life, okay, to grow and to heal and to learn, because there was more negativity in their life. I get it, okay, and they were not able to get out of that system of, yeah, staying in that loophole, okay, that loophole, yeah, hell loop, okay, hell, yeah, the loop of hell, yeah, over and over again, okay, and not wanting, maybe also, and not knowing, yeah, because it's already there, okay. There are a lot of people that are making their choice, yeah, sometimes consciously. No, I want to stay in the darkness, okay, with logic. They're knowing exactly what they are doing. Those are the douchebags, okay. Those are the douchebags. They only want to see money, okay. Money, yeah. Money doesn't make the world, okay. No, Jesus is, I'm hearing, yeah. Yeah. And a conscious mind, we are talking about Christ conscience, okay? Christ conscience. No, we are not Jesus, but we are carrying, okay? Yeah. We can carry Christ conscious mind, okay? Yeah. Living in a conscious mind, train every single day. It will begin small, okay? With the lesson of not having that broken heart anymore. And that will go into a grander gesture, okay? Gesture, okay, yeah. And choices. And a promise to go, yeah, to the promised land. So the Two of Swords every single time, okay? Yeah. You're blinded. Yeah. Take your blindfold off, okay? And don't ruin your life anymore with a thought of you, okay? Your own thought, and by others, okay? Because it's a whole illusion. Fear is just an illusion. Yeah. Fear is just an illusion, okay? Yeah. We need to be thinking 10 steps further, okay? And maybe more in my case. But yeah. Knowing also to ground yourself in the now, okay? In the now. Knowing how to ground yourself in the now. Yeah, it is a whole, when you are having that gift of knowing, okay, a little about me, and there are a lot of people who are having that gift, but they are not using it, and they will die with it, okay, with that gift, and you don't want that. Because everybody, I know, okay, everybody has the knowing, has the gift of not knowing, but yeah, the intuition. Because with that gift, that is the high priest, okay? You can listen, yeah, the sound of silence I'm hearing, just like the song, okay? The sound of silence, yeah. But the sound of God, the voice of God, the voice of the universe, and everything what we are putting in our mind, it will echo back, okay, to you. So when we are being negative, dumbfound, I'm hearing. Dumbfound, yes, again, yeah. Don't think yourself as dumb, okay? But that's the word that I heard. Yeah. Maybe, oh, okay, I'm getting it. Those douchebag. Yeah. They will, yeah, be dumbfounded, okay? Yeah, dumbfounded, yeah. About you, that you are healing yourself, yeah. Family, it doesn't matter, okay, who they are. They're just being douchebags. They are not knowing themselves. That's why they're projecting everything onto you because they need to heal themselves also. Every single people on this planet, okay, need to be healing themselves. And what I'm talking about is actually sins, okay? Yeah, the creature, okay? Yeah, the nature of the, ugly douchebags, creatures, okay, on this planet, yeah. Because those are the people who are holding you back to grow, to evolve, to learn, to elevate in your own life, okay? Especially the healing. You having that broken heart, okay? Yeah, and that needs to be healed. Right away, I'm hearing, yeah. Right away, yeah. Get a grip of that situation, okay? I'm hearing, get a grip of the situation that you're living in, yeah. Even though it's in your mind, okay, yeah. Calm your mind, one of my, okay, after a wave of thoughts. Yeah, one of my quotes I got from God, so it's not totally mine. Calm your mind, okay, after a wave of thoughts. Even though you are getting that, okay, the negative mindset, okay, the fear and the illusion, all the illusion, maybe not the illusion, okay, the fear, yeah, it will come in, okay, it will creep in over and over and over again. Think about it for a while, not long, okay, and learn how to do something about it. That means transmuting it into something not dangerous for your mind, okay? I'm hearing not dangerous for your mind, okay? Whoa, yeah. Not dangerous for your mind and not dangerous for your health, not dangerous for your heart. Because the mind and the heart, that's the first thing, okay? That needs to be balanced out. That needs to be healing, yeah. And when that is healed, you will find yourself, I heard moody, mood express, I heard. No, those people will be moody, okay? You will not be moody anymore. No, moody is about shedding old belief, okay? And the old skin and the patterns, what you've learned to pile, okay, from other people in your life over and over and over and over again. Those are fucking many layers, okay? Many layers of not healthy foundation, okay? And God and the universe is busy with you to have a healthy life, a healthy mind, a healthy heart, what is pounding again, okay? Yeah, again, do not have that flat line, okay? For real, yeah. Because again, when we are not working on ourselves, but all the cards, what is here, okay? Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune and the Eight of Pentacles, yeah. Even though the Nine of Swords is here, okay? Yeah, but also talk about the Sun card, okay? That means the sun will shine again. Not the sun will shine again. The sun was always there. But with that blurry mind, with and not an unhealed heart, okay? We cannot see beyond that veil. And that veil is the illusion. And the illusion needs to go. The fear needs to go because it's fear-based. The foundation that you have been building is fear-based and it needs to go, okay? It needs to go. And that's why work, train your mind every day. I'm sorry, losing my voice, okay? A lot of talking. Yeah. Work with that mind, okay? Until you know, oh my God, I'm working with my conscious mind. Where did that come from, okay? Where? Yeah. It's your conscious mind who's calling for you. That's why, okay? We're talking about people who are being ignorant in their life. And the ignorance, that is the unconscious mind, okay? People are not knowing what they are doing. People are not knowing what they are seeing. But the douchebags, okay? But the douchebags, yeah. There can be many people who are nice on this planet, okay? And they don't know how to heal themselves because they are being triggered, I'm hearing. Yeah, they're being triggered, yeah. Every single time, the tricky business, okay? Triggered, and one more time triggered, okay? And the trigger needs to go. And the trigger is it is also a part of your own doing, And it's also the people in your life, okay? Those people are going to be replaced by God, okay? They need to go. They need to go. Even that is a promise. As long as you are pushing yourself for wanting to heal and you are being serious business, okay, that you want to heal. No laughing about that. No. Yeah. God, the universe is seeing for the one who are wanting truly heal themselves, okay? And that is only a reward for itself, okay? And that is only, a festivity, a feast, okay? Yeah, salute, see? Salute, one more time, okay? Yeah, one more time, 5-5. I saw a lot of changes in your life. Again, my nose itching. Forgive me, okay? Salute on your own life, okay? Because you are loving yourself, or you will be loving yourself very hard, because you are using that sword, okay? Yeah, to every sword, two of swords, cutting off the bullshit, cutting off the drama first from others, and you will see in that hermit mode, when you are being put in solitude, that everything is actually fine. You are all with your own mind at first, and again, slow and steady will always win the race, okay? Because you are building, from now on, you are building a healthy foundation. Whew. Yeah, from now on, you're building your own healthy foundation. You will heal your heart. You will heal your mind. No more tricky business, okay? No more, no more, no more. It's a done deal, okay? I'm seeing that figure, okay? That symbol of check. From a checklist, okay? Check, yeah. No more. Check. As if you are, yeah. What? The word, oh my God, my mind. It's tricking me at this moment. Yeah. It's important, okay? It's important, yeah. It's important. What's the time? Okay. Yeah. Wisdom card, wisdom card, wisdom card, I heard. Okay. One of this, okay? It's the unknown we are afraid of, okay? Yeah. And that is the tricky business, because of the unknown and not wanting to jump off that cliff and not wanting to go deeper and deeper, because you will not know what you will find there, okay? But what you will find there, at first, maybe everything will go slow and everything will remind you of why am I healing my heart? What is this, okay? You are just like that onion, okay? Yeah, it's layer after layer after layer until you are in the middle of that onion, okay? There is the middle of the circle, okay? Yeah, you are standing there. That is your true identity. You need to go. You need to go, okay? That's why peeling off all the layers of that onion until you have found your true identity. But that's a creation, okay, with the universe. That's the promise, again, you making with yourself, even though you are doing it first by logic, okay, yeah. This one, no. Ooh, almost. Yeah. Wisdom card, wisdom, wisdom, wisdom. The one who have endured so many things, they have wisdom, okay, they have wisdom. And most of the time, it's not a shame totally, but that is the word what I heard. It's a shame that they are not using that wisdom. They're only using the logic side of the brain, okay? And the other one, the high priestess, is about the right side of the brain, okay, yeah? Listening to your intuition, listening to the voice of the silence. Yes, thank you, God. And remember who you are, yeah. The fire of rebirth, reborn in the flames to gain new life. See, gain new senses, I heard. Yeah. But also sensitivity. Look at the phoenix rising. Yeah. We all, again, heard of that bird. Phoenix rising, okay, yeah. Flaming, okay, yeah. Again, that fire, what is already within you, it was dimmed, okay? And because it was dimmed, of the darkness around you, not only your own darkness, not only your own dark mind thoughts, okay? That's why. Climb above that, okay? Climb above that. Try to do that, okay? And trying is you keep on pushing yourself. That's the only thing that you can do. Pushing yourself. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. Not being lazy, okay? Not being passive in your life. Yeah. Yeah, and we need to be in balance, okay? Because working hard needs also, yeah, doing nice thing for yourself, okay? Yeah. Keep on meditating. Yeah. But it needs to be in balance, okay? When you're knowing that you've been doing a lot of work, okay? That is also resting, okay? Resting, yeah. Then you can chill and flicks. Netflix and chill, okay? With yourself, yeah. By flaming, okay? Flaming, okay? And the flame and the fire, yeah. It needs to be lit, okay? The passion to heal yourself, to come into alignment, to come into balance at first, okay? Because we all know that word balance, okay? More than alignment. Yeah, but alignment is far, 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 okay? Further on the path for the people who are liking to be there more, okay? Yeah. Again, not all people are awakening this lifetime, okay? Even though they're saying they're a spiritual person, okay? They can sit, yeah, on a mat, okay? And doing yoga, yeah. And doing nothing, not learning anything in their life, okay? Just sitting there and meditating. But that is also not the right thing to do in their life, okay? The balance is that we are also living on this planet, okay? We are earthly people also, yeah. So the balance needs to be there with connecting with people, okay? Not only with the universe, not only with God, but also with the people. And that is what God is wanting, to love one another. Yeah, to love one another. And how can you love one another? Yeah, is you loving yourself first. Yeah, by you grounding yourself. Yeah, and getting your emotions intact. Not letting your emotions rule over your choices. Yeah, you can cry. I did, I know, a lot of times, okay? Yeah, and still I can cry. Yeah. But most of the time, yeah, I know what it is, okay? Yeah, to cry, because when you cry, okay, you are letting everything out, okay, out of your system, okay? That's why a good cry is good, okay? Yeah. But a rebirth, one more card from this one, then I'm ending this reading. The rebirth, okay, of you, your new identity, your, at one point, if you are liking that, okay, but let's talk about you healing yourself, okay? Yeah. You finding the balance between your heart and your mind, and you want to go there, okay? Every single person on this planet needs to be healed, okay? The healing, what God is wanting from us is every single person needs to go to God, okay? Needs to go to God, but God gifted us free will, and that free will is we making our own choices, okay? But those choices that we were making, okay, every single time it was a nasty foundation with nasty people, okay? Yeah, we were fucking up our own mind. And then what? That wasn't the right choice, okay? That wasn't the right foundation because that foundation was built on a lie. And we don't want to have a foundation what is built on a lie. We want to have a true foundation. And the one and only foundation we will build is with God. We listening to God's voice, okay? Yeah. We listening to our intuition. Listen to that gut feeling. Again, because that gut feeling will change into intuition. And that intuition, yeah, you will get a revelation, okay? Yeah. Oh my God, that is God's voice. God was already there with me. God was the one who was behind the scheme, okay? This whole scheme, yeah. Yeah, not living in a lie anymore. Unveiling, I'm hearing, yeah. Because beyond the veil, there lies the truth, right? As long as you're knowing it, okay, yeah. One more card, yeah, beyond the veil, there lies the truth. A deeper truth, a deeper foundation every single time, because it's the layers, again, what you have been building on a lie, okay, that needs to go every single time, okay? Just like the scales, again, it was unbalanced, right? Yeah, And all those nasty patterns, okay, what we have built with our mind, what was tricking us, and the mind of our others, okay, manipulating you, okay? Because again, there was no boundaries. There was, only you, and wanted to give because you're being an empathic person, okay? And the scales was not balanced. Then God and the universe will come in because God is wanting you to move, even though you are moving as a physical being, okay? You are taking a hike, you are taking a walk, you are jogging, okay? Doesn't matter. That is not only the movement, okay? We're talking about the movement in your mind, in your heart, okay? That is the one who needs to be balanced, and God is the one, and the universe is the one, your whole spirit team, okay? Are the ones who are helping you without your knowledge, okay? And I hope actually you know it, but yeah, it depends where you are at in your life, okay? Again, not being consumed by your own mind, what is about fear, okay? About doubt, because that will kill your flow, okay? That will kill your flow, what God's not wanting for you. A heart needs to be healed, okay? A heart needs to be healed, yeah. Last card, and I'm stopping this reading. Yeah, see? Yeah. Look at a card, read it for yourself, okay? I talked about balance, okay? When you have worked so hard on yourself, guess what? It's playtime. Make time to play, have fun, be free, okay? Because when we are not moving, okay? We are being in our house, yes, and we are not going outside, and we are not going for a walk and doing nice things for ourselves, okay? You will stay there, and you will see that you will get into a depression because you are staying in a house without doing anything, but just learning. And those are also the people, okay, who will get into depression, okay, because they are too much in that meditation mood, okay? Yeah, mode, I'm meaning. You need to go outside. You need to mingle yourself with people. You need to connect with people. You need to also reconcile with yourself and reconcile with God, okay? Yeah. Okay. I can talk on and on and on with God, okay? In my head, in my head. Thank you for being here with me. I understand now why God gifted me in my dreams, okay, to get a tarot card, because yeah, even God is training me, okay? Yeah. My whole life is a training, mode, and it will never stop, because even though a student will become a teacher, that teacher will never stop, because we are the teachers, okay? Yeah. And how can you be a teacher without knowledge? How can you be a teacher without wisdom, okay? How can you be a teacher, with an unhealed heart? Not everybody needs to be a teacher, but this is my, and people will get personal, will want to get personal with you while you are healing yourself. No, this is your personal time with yourself, with God, the universe, okay? Your personal time, not someone else's. That's why, take care of yourself, okay? Take care of yourself, yeah. Thank you for watching and being here with me, growing with me, because I am also learning from you, okay? And thankful, for my purpose, thankful for being one with God, and thankful for everything what is happening in my life, okay? Just being thankful and grateful, okay? Say it out loud, okay? And even though it's in your mind, because those are the things that will echo back, okay? Be grateful after things that you've been learning, even though it's lesson learned, check, I've learned, God, thank you. Even though you will say to the universe, thank you, universe, thank you. Just say thank you, okay? Because that will echo into the universe, and that is what will echo back to you. And then another lesson will come. And those are the lessons, what will be reversed. Everything, okay, which you've been building up, the patterns, the old patterns, you will build a healthy foundation by, getting loose of the unhealthy one, okay? But that cannot be done overnight. So that's why God, the universe is teaching you for lesson learned, lesson learned, lesson learned, lesson learned, lesson learned, okay? Until everything, not everything maybe, it's done, okay? Yeah, that your heart is healed, that your heart and the mind is in balance, okay? That is what you need to do. Getting back to basic. Thank you. Again, 1010 I saw. See, that means completion because it ended. Also the 10 of swords, what I was talking about, okay? It will hurt like hell, but you will you will, yeah, you will make it, okay? You will make it, yeah. That's the energy I'm feeling. You will make it, okay? And keep on promising yourself that you will make the right choice every day from now on, okay? The right choice, and that is the righteous choice, yeah. No more karma, okay? Whew. Love you all, okay? Peace be with you. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, everything what you can do, okay? Until next time, until next reading. Bye-bye.